Hey, the vast majority of roof replacements and new roof installations are done with asphalt shingles, but there's a lot of different styles and types of asphalt shingles. Which one should you put on your house? Let's talk about that in this video. So first of all, not all asphalt shingles are the same. They're not the same style, they're not the same type, they're not even the same quality. This is a 3-tab shingle. 3-tab shingles used to be very popular. This is what everybody put on their houses way back when, in the dark ages of like 1980s and 1990s. Almost nobody uses 3-tab shingles anymore. Number one, you can see they're very thin. They don't hold up to hail very well, not like some of the newer types of shingles. Number two, they don't stand up to wind very well either. A 3-tab shingle, typically, some of the older ones only have like a 60-mile-an-hour wind rating. Here in the Colorado Springs area where we are, we get winds that exceed 60 miles an hour fairly frequently, especially in the wintertime. Most of the times that we get called out for shingle blow-offs, shingles that have blown off of the roof, a lot of the times it's these old 3-tab shingles. I'm not aware of any roofer that replaces roofs with 3-tab shingles or any contractors that are building new houses using 3-tab shingles in our area anymore. So there are some advantages to a 3-tab shingle. In my opinion, they're not big enough to compel me to ever put on a 3-tab shingle. First of all, they're very versatile. This one product can be used as the field shingle, which that covers the part of the roof that you can actually see. They can also be used as a ridge, so you can cut off one tab and use that product on the ridge of the house. They can also be used as the starter shingle, which goes underneath the field shingles. All you have to do is cut this off and you can use it as a starter. So this one product serves 3 different purposes. Because they're not very popular anymore, not very many of them get sold, this product is just about as expensive as the next step up in asphalt shingles. Let's talk about that. So the next step up above a 3-tab shingle now is what's called a dimensional shingle, or also called an architectural shingle. So these are made out of 2 different layers. So there's this, essentially this backer layer, and then there's this top layer here, which is called the dog tooth or the dragon tooth. So 2 different layers of asphalt. So they're thicker than a 3-tab shingle, which means they're gonna stand up to hail even better. Also, depending on how they're installed, these can have up to a 130-mile-an-hour wind warranty, way better than a 3-tab shingle. One of the best advantages of this versus a 3-tab shingle is the fact that these have some dimension to them. That's why they're called dimensional shingles. Since there's 2 different layers, they look better on the roof. They're actually much more attractive. The 3-tab shingles just lay flat. It just looks like a monotone color up on your roof. But this not only has dimension in the tabs that are on it, but it's got dimension in the color. So you can see there's like 3 or 4 different colors in this shingle, and it's kind of that way on all of these. I don't know if you can see this one here, but it's got 3 or 4 different colors. It's got a shadow line in it. So in my opinion, these shingles look better not only from a color standpoint, but just from a thickness standpoint. When they're up on the roof, they look like there's actually more product than just 1 layer of shingle on there like you get with a 3-tab shingle. Also, these are designed kind of to give you that look of a wood shake shingle, whereas a 3-tab just looks like a flat piece of paper on a roof. Now, there's one thing to keep in mind about dimensional shingles. I said that a 3-tab shingle is getting to the point where it's just about as expensive as a dimensional shingle. Well, that's true for just the shingle part of it. But you can't use a dimensional shingle as the ridge or the starter. Those are completely separate products. We've actually got a video that we did about that we're going to link to right up here. But there is a separate product for the ridge and a separate product for the starter. So the end result in a roof installation using dimensional shingles as opposed to 3-tab shingles is that the dimensional shingle roof is going to be a little bit more expensive. Now, most manufacturers, when they produce a dimensional shingle like this, they're going to have different qualities of dimensional shingles. Think of it like good, better, best. And what makes them good, better, or best is the thickness. So you might start off with just your standard entry level. That's good. Then you move up in thickness just a little bit, and that becomes better. But then when you talk about their best product, that's what's called a TL, or a triple laminate shingle. So this product has 3 different layers on it, which makes it stand up even more. So on the roof, it has even more of a dimensional look, so it's more attractive. It's more of a luxury product, but because it's thicker, it's heavier, it's going to hold up to hail even better than a standard dimensional shingle. But because it's considered a luxury product, because it's got much more asphalt and much more material in it, the price is also going to go up as well. So you're going to pay more for a triple laminate product than you are for just a standard dimensional shingle. So if we're talking about luxury shingles and you want something that looks maybe more unique than just your standard dimensional shingle because that's what all your neighbors have, then you can get something like this that's designed to simulate slate. So, you've got a product like this, which is a multiple layer slate look shingle, and it's also designed to have what's called a shadow line on it. So there's different products from all the manufacturers that are designed to replicate a slate look. So you've got these scalloped slate products, and then you've got these products that look more like just a standard trim edge slate product. Again, something like this is going to give you that unique look that none of the rest of your neighbors have, but it's also going to be considerably more expensive than just a standard dimensional shingle. This product is really good if you have what I would call a showcase home. So if you live in just a standard neighborhood, this is kind of overkill for you. But if you live in a showcase neighborhood, or especially a neighborhood where they have an HOA that dictates to you what kind of material you need to put on your roof, this is an excellent choice because it's going to make your house not only stand out from all the rest of your neighbors, but you're going to just enjoy the look and feel of having something that's designed to look like slate without the expense of putting slate on. But if a slate look isn't your thing, then there are asphalt shingles that are designed even more to look like a wood shake, and that's called the presidential style. So over here, all the different manufacturers make a style of shingle that looks like this. They're known as a presidential style, but that's kind of like the term Band-Aid or Kleenex. Hopefully I don't get copyright strike for that, but it's kind of like the Band-Aid or Kleenex thing. So CertainTeed makes a product called the presidential. And now in the industry, everything that looks like this has kind of become known as presidential. But these are designed to have that look of a wood shake. So you've got all these offsets and everything. The pattern is not, just a straight line like a standard dimensional shingle. They zigzag, they've got these cut edges, and they're nice and thick. A lot of times when a homeowners association has a rule about what you have to put on your roof, they do it by weight. So they might say that your shingle needs to weigh 300 pounds. What that means is 300 pounds per 100 square foot. A standard dimensional shingle like this isn't going to meet that requirement. A product like this will meet that requirement. And the reason that the HOAs do that is because they want the homes in that area to have that luxury look. This is a perfect product for it. You can even get this product in a triple laminate, so then it's even beefier, it stands up even more on your roof, and it's going to hold up to hail also even better. Now, if having a product that's impact resistant is important to you, or if it's required that you put an impact resistant product on your house, pretty much all of these shingle types come in an impact resistant variety. The nice thing about that is not only will it help prevent you from having hail damage if there's a hailstorm in the future, but you can also get a sometimes pretty hefty discount from your insurance company off of your insurance rates for having an impact resistant product on your roof. But if it helps you avoid filing claims in the future for hail damage, then you just saved yourself the deductible expense from those future claims. So what would I put on my house? If I could put whatever shingle I wanted on my house, I would actually put this shingle right here. So the CertainTeed Northgate in Heather Blend. In fact, that's actually what I do have on my house. I like the color. I think it goes well with pretty much every color of house. And I just like the fact that it's a good, tough shingle. And in fact, working with CertainTeed has been a complete pleasure over the many years that we've been working with them. I like the company, I like the representatives, and I like working with CertainTeed as a company. That's why I chose to put this product on my house. I think it's good enough for what I want. I don't need a luxury shingle. I'm more of a practical guy. That's why I chose this. But I did want the impact-resistant product. So which product should you put on your house if you're having your roof replaced or if you're having a house built and you're going to put a new roof on it? That really is going to depend entirely on what your goals are. Are you wanting to be economical? Maybe consider a 3-tab. No, actually, I would never consider a 3-tab on my house. I would go with just like a standard dimensional shingle if economy is what your goal is. If economy isn't what your goal is, and yet you want to put something that's going to protect your house from hailstorms because you live in a hail area, then I would go with an impact-resistant shingle. I would specifically recommend an SBS impact-resistant shingle. If you're wondering, what is an SBS product? Well, we've got a video about that talks about the difference between a standard impact-resistant shingle and an SBS impact-resistant shingle. We're going to link to that right up here. It also might be that you live in an HOA-controlled area. If you do, they might dictate to you what kind of roofing material you have to put on your roof. So you may not get to choose just a standard dimensional shingle like that. You may have to put one of the other luxury type products on. And you have to realize that that's going to be more expensive. Hey, I want to just take a quick second to acknowledge two companies that made this video possible. First is Beacon Building Products. They have graciously allowed me to use this fantastic showroom here to film this video. I really appreciate it. We've had a great relationship with Beacon as our material supplier. So thanks, Beacon, for letting us come and do this. Next is the shingle manufacturer CertainTeed. They actually provided a sponsorship for me so that we could hire a professional videographer to shoot this. If you know anything about my videos, you know that I usually just hold my camera out in selfie mode and walk through the woods. But having a professional videographer come and shoot this for me was a game changer. So thank you, CertainTeed. I really appreciate the fact that you partnered with us to make this possible. So if you've got any further questions about this, I'd love to chat with you about that in the comments section, or you can give us a call at our phone number, 719-433-6991. And hey, you made it all the way to the end of this video. Thanks for that. I think you're going to really like this video right here. Give this one a click. Until our next video, I'm Tracy Bookman, owner of Homestead Roofing.